Alright everyone, and welcome back to the F1 League on F1 2015, and here we are today for round 6 of the season at Canada. And yep, here we are in qualifying. Now apologies for there being no commentary for the past 2 weeks. As I mentioned in the MotoGP video the other day, I haven't been too well for the past couple of weeks and I haven't been able to commentate without nearly choking to death. But yeah, anyway, we're back now, and yeah, quick recap from the past 2 races then. And first one was Russia, round 4. That was quite sort of an average race for me, really. Wasn't going too great, was sort of in the lower points, and then went to the restart, and then I actually improved my position in the end. I actually finished 7th in the end when I had been in 8th beforehand, I think. Then in Spain, things went pretty well. I qualified up in 3rd, and then in the race I thought I'd messed it up because I went on to options instead of inters when I should have done. But yeah, it actually worked out for me alright in the end, and I ended up finishing 3rd place in that race. So yeah, pretty good there. 2 podiums so far in the season, and yeah, here we are hoping for a 3rd one today at Canada. And yeah, this track is very well, quite challenging now with the strict corner cutting. One of my favourites though, still on the calendar. And yeah, hopefully as long as we can keep it clean, we should be alright here today, and hopefully we can maybe take advantage of a few others getting penalties maybe. But we qualify 8th in the end, quite a way off of Diddy Cupid, who was rapid round here, very quick, and yep, Hickey down in 14th unfortunately. So not the qualifying for Mercedes, but not too bad. So their strategy was a planned 1 stop. You can just about do it here, but it'll be pretty difficult for us. But yeah, the lights coming on now then. And away we go in Canada, and for once we actually get a decent start here. Looking at the Marussia and the Ferrari alongside us, we brake for turn 1, almost hit the back of Silent Mode there, but luckily just about avoided. And then F1 Maestro got squeezed between a few people there. He had a little bit of a spin, and he recovered it pretty well though, and we're going side by side with him now towards turn 3. Right the inside, we run a little bit wide though, and yeah, I had to slow down a little bit there so I didn't get any warnings. Looked like there's a little bit of an incident happening behind as well. But yeah, we're up into 6th place behind Silent Mole, and we've managed to pass F1 Maestro and also Commando, I think, in the Marussia. But yep, skipping to near the end of the first lap, then we see a battle going up ahead for 3rd place in the race, and they head towards the final chicane now then, and we see the Red Bull's been splashed down the mountain and spun by Hamilton fans, so yep, no surprises there. But we are going to be crossing the line then in 5th place, so up 3 places from the start, not too bad for us there. And yeah, we're now going to skip a little bit to lap 3, where we've got Lexbox 1 behind us now. He's passed F1 Maestro already, and that looks like he's going to do the same to us then. DRS enabled on this lap. He's looking to the inside, and yet we can't really just turn it on in there. So yep, he's up into 5th place, and he's now got DRS to pull away, so he may be pulling away from us now. But on lap 5 we had actually managed to close back in on him a little bit, and he ran a little bit wide there in the hairpin, so that may allow us to get back past him here. We're going to have DRS here down the back straight, and yeah, we're going to take the racing line then because he covered the inside line, and we should have the move done, and we should be able to take the corner normally now then, as we're comfortably ahead. And through we go up into 5th place, and then, well, surely he must have cut that to get such a good run out of that corner, and he's getting alongside us and he's passed us before the line, and yeah, he's got the inside line for turn 1, and through he goes. But I'm not sure about the legitness of that move, because it seemed like he got too good a run out of that final chicane to like taking a proper line through there. But nonetheless, he's back up into 5th place for now, and we're skipping to lap 9 now then, where we're right behind him again with DRS, and we've got Casey Ledden behind us then, but I think F1 Maestro had an incident. And yep, through the final chicane we go then, but we did get a decent run in that time, and yeah, we've got DRS on him this time, so we're going to cross the line almost side by side here. We're going to have the inside line for turn 1 this time, and through we go up into 5th place, but he's still there on the inside. We have to run it a little bit wide, and yep, he's back through. On the exit we have a big slide there, almost losing the back end. That's going to allow Casey Legend to get alongside and actually pass into turn 3. And yep, I changed my mind on strategy at this point and decided that I wasn't going to wait another 4 or 5 laps on these options. So I came in at the end of this lap. I probably could have done that a bit better, so I'm sorry for Casey Legend if I scared you to death there going into the pits. So yeah, in we come then for our stop onto the prime tyres. We'll obviously be coming in near the end to go back onto options. We should be able to push quite a bit on these because, yeah, as I say, you can do a 1 stop here, so we should be alright, like pushing on these tyres and doing a 2 stop comfortably. Hamilton fan looks like he's doing the same thing in front of us. F1 Maestro having that incident is going to be on a similar strategy to us as well. Other pits become then in 9th place, still a few others to pit in front of us, obviously those who do one stops. And yeah, skipping to the end of lap 12, then we see Hamilton found right behind our teammate Hickey, who's still yet to pit. We've got Case Legend in the pits now as well, so we're going to pass him. Hickey there defending the inside line into turn 1, and Hamilton fan drives straight into the back of him, and we're going to go past him up to 7th. And yet you see the Force India's lost its front wing, so yeah, it looks like that's one less person for us to contend with in front of us today. But yeah, Hickey unfortunately got given a penalty by the game for that, for being pushed over the apex of turn 1. And yeah, later in the lap we caught right up to the back of him, obviously quite old option tyres on his car at this stage, and yet he decides not to fight it. We're on similar, well, we're on different strategies I should say, and yet he allows me to go through there, so thank you to him for that one. And yeah, we almost lose the back end there coming out of the chicane, but yeah, we're up another place enough into 6th place. Then we see Hamilton Van's been to qualifying lap 16 as we're catching up to the back of Gareth Crabb, who is still on option tyres, as is Hickey. He hasn't pitted yet, and he loses the back end there, and we take advantage of that and go up into 5th place. He will have DRS here, but he's most likely going into the pits at the end of this lap, because I really don't think he can go much further on option tyres than this. I mean, I think just getting this far is quite impressive, to be honest, because I almost crashed on lap 10 when I when I was on options, although I did qualify on those ones, so that is worth mentioning there. But yeah, coming towards the final chicane then, and indeed he does pit, does a lot better than I did coming into the pits. Lexbox 1 looks like he's doing the same thing as well, as he's coming into the pits as well. So yeah, we're up into 4th place then, 5.6 behind RBZ, but he is a lot quicker than me in this race, and he pulls away quite a lot during this stint. And skipping all the way to lap 24 now, then we've got a yellow flag up ahead of us, and yeah, looks like there's 2 dots going pretty slowly there, and one of them is Silent Mole. It looks like he and RBZ had an incident, and I've seen a video of that which would look like a very bizarre incident where Silent Mole got hit by a lagging car, but it doesn't look like he's got any damage, and he was quicker than me in this race, so he'll probably pull away again. I'm actually coming in on this lap now to go back onto option tyres for the final 11 laps of this race. And obviously now there's a fresh set of options, I should be able to push them a little bit more than I could on the ones I started on, as I actually do a lot better job of going into the pits that time. Arte is a lap down, he comes in behind me as well. So yeah, when we come into the pits onto option tyres, hopefully we won't be too far back this time around, as certainly they're behind a battling a bit. We've got Lexbox 1 who's gone through, he had a little bit of space on his own. We've got F1 Maestro behind us, and I think Hickey a little bit further back as well. And it's going to be close here with F1 Maestro. Of course, we're going to go in full speed through turn 1. And yeah, we managed to obviously miss out that corner and get the place ahead of him. So we're up into 5th place for now, and we're going to just be going as quick as we can to the end of this race, seeing if we can hold off F1 Maestro and also catch Lexbox 1 in that time. As we skip to the end of the next lap then, and we've got Maestro right behind us now. He's going to have DRS, I think, down the pit straight, and yeah, he's going to have the inside line for turn 1 as well. Have to try and defend as best we can, try and brake as late as possible. We've done that, and I wasn't sure where he was, so I was going quite a bit onto the gravel there, but just about kept a couple of wheels inside the track. And yeah, managed to defend the line. If we saw RBZ actually disconnected, so that's going to be another place for us up into 4th for now. If we can catch Xbox 1, this will be a battle for a podium. And indeed, there we are. He was about 8 seconds in front, but he's on a 1 stop and he's got older tyres than us, so we were able to catch him quite quickly, as did Maestro. And in fact, being stuck behind Lexbox a little bit obviously backed me into the Ferrari a little bit, as we're practically pushing him around the hairpin there. We've got so much better tyre grip at this stage, and we're going to have DRS now. We should be able to get as move easily. We did it obviously earlier in the race, and yeah, we're going through. Is Maestro going to go through as well? We'll have to wait and see. Into the chicane, it looks like Lexbox 1 has parked the bus, so that has obviously played into our hands a little bit, because that's sort of held him at bay for a little bit. But obviously, he kept on pushing for the rest of this race, and it was a very tense final few laps, as I was trying to sort out the fuel there and somehow selected my tyres for some reason. But yeah, into the final chicane then, just over a lap to go now, and the Ferrari is still right behind us. This is a battle for a podium, let's not forget, thanks to the problems for a few others I've had. But yep, Silent Mole 10.5 seconds up in front of us, so yeah, no chance of us catching him, or in fact Dizzy Cupid, who was miles in front in this race. But yeah, still a very close battle here for the final podium place. Maestro's still yet to get a podium this season, I believe, and obviously we're looking for our 3rd one today. and yeah, head into his first sector now. It looks like it's going to be a few chances for him. Probably the best one will be the DRS zone if he can make the move before the final chicane, or maybe on the run to the line. That's what you'd think, but we didn't get the best line for a chicane there, and he may get a good run this now towards this this other chicane. There's so many on this track, I lost count of how many there are. But yeah, it's not really one you can pass into, but we didn't take the best line there, so he may have a good run now towards the hairpin as Dizzy Cupid has already won the race. As I said, miles in front of this race into the hairpin. He's gone for the move up the inside, but he's overshot it and he's gone into the wall, and that has secured third place for us then. And we can just take it easy now then for these final two straights and the final chicane. And yeah, he had to go for it really, but it didn't work out. And yeah, it was lucky for us really because we were marginal on fuel, and yeah, it allowed us to take it easy for the final couple of corners. And yeah, how about this then? 6 races in, we've got 3 podiums already. We've only got 2 in the whole of last season, although we did only start around 8, but still, yeah, that's really happy with that result. And that actually puts us up to 3rd place in the championship as well. So yeah, our third place and up to 3rd in the championship. Yeah, so Dizzy Cupid, as I said, wins the race. Silent Mole in 2nd, and yep, us in 3rd. So once again, enjoying the champagne on the podium, and yeah, certainly getting a bit more used to this now. And it's yeah, nice to be getting some decent results again, because yeah, last season didn't go too great, although I was having like solid points finishes, but sort of not like podiums like it was in Pinnacle and TGP, for example. As we see the final results, and look at that, I was the only person who didn't get a penalty and who finished the race. So yeah, that was nice to see. And yeah, looking at the race director, there were a lot of warnings here. I think I got 3 during the race, and yeah, they were all sort of justified, I guess, because I did go outside the white lines for them. And yeah, we ran through that then, a lot of them there. But yeah, that is it for this race. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, a like would be appreciated. Any comments with any thoughts you got on today's video. And yeah, see you next time then for round 7 of the season at Austria. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.